Okay, hey, I'll promise that we do this short video. Okay, so say I wanted to ask you, the pen didn't work to start off. Okay, sorry. I wanted you to find sine, cosine, and tan of, all right, and I don't have any fancy notes here, just a blank piece of paper and you watch. Let's start with 30 degrees. So here's what you would do. And this is what I would ask you on the test. And this is like a test question. This is exactly what it would look like. Or I might just say, what's the sine of 30? And then you where's the triangle? And that's the point. Everything that I write from here, this comes from you. Oh, Mr. Samuelis, he's so mean. Okay, so I got to draw my 30-degree triangle. I don't know why I'm drawing it so small. Sorry, bad for the video. And then let's draw it like this so I have more space here. And then this is your job. Wait a minute, I don't have any sides. Oh, I think you know what he's trying to do here. So I should know that the side opposite the 30 is A, but then I heard numerous times that Mr. Samuel said you can make A anything you want. So I'm going to say A equals 1. Pretty smart decision, and I think I've done this in class already, for sure. Side opposite the 60 then is whatever A is times the square root of 3. So this side ends up being 1 root 3. And I'm going to erase the A's when I'm done with this. Oh, okay. Then Mr. Samuelis knows I know and should know that this is 2A. So 2 times 1 is 2. Okay. So I'll actually pick specific numbers for A so that I can have this triangle. And then the 3 trig functions of 30 degrees. That makes this the opposite, the adjacent, and the hypotenuse. And therefore, I can play what's the sine of 30 degrees? Now that I have my triangle drawn, because I know those sides, is 1/2. What's the cosine of 30 degrees? Root 3 over 2. What's the tangent of 30 degrees? Tangent is toa, toa, toa. So it's 1 over root 3, and then you rationalize. Okay, so this is the kind of question where I can give you a trig question without a drawing, because you know how to make the drawing, because what I taught you about 30, 60, 90s and the sides that we have there. So that's the connection between trig and then those special triangles. I'm going to be honest. In cat, meow, this dominates their life like this whole semester. They're going to be dealing with 30, 60, 90s and 45, 90s. You will as well in Math 3 Honors. And then if you go to calculus or end up with me as cat your senior year. Can you imagine? Double whammy of Sammy. Okay, 60, well, then it's the same triangle. So I shouldn't have to spend much time on that. 1, root 3, 2. Where did he get those from? Class and notes. I got to point at the camera right there. Class and the notes and the things that I told you that you needed to memorize. But now this is the reference angle, and we'll call it that. So that makes this the opposite side and this the adjacent. Now I'm going to leave the answer to the previous question. Opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. Should have changed colors, but no time. And then notice some similarities because you're dealing with the same numbers. Sine of 60. Sine of 60 is the root 3 over 2. Oh, that's what the cosine of 30 was. Yeah, that's why my students in CAT, they should get this stuff memorized and hammered out. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 1/2. So cosine of 60 degrees is 1/2. This would be a no calculator question, by the way. Not going to have bums just press the numbers on the calculator and press enter. All right, no. And that's what my CAT students have to do too. They have to get this memorized. Tan of 60 is opposite over adjacent, which is root 3 over 1. And then the last one, which is root 3. Should just wrote that. The last one, and then notice, well, the tangent's a little bit different. And there is another 3 set of trig functions called, I won't even, you know what? Don't confuse the students, Mr. Samuelis. Okay, I don't know why I changed colors. But this is a 45, 45, 90. So the question would be worded, find sine, cosine, and tangent of 45, all right? So those are the questions. Sine, cosine, and tangent of 30, 60, 45. Well, we all know that the side opposite of 45 is the same on both of these, and we call it A, but we want to make it 1 to make our life easy. And then if you did that, 1 squared plus 1 squared is 2. Square root of that is square root of 2, because this is always the A root 2 side, which makes this side 1 root 2 if you choose 1 to be your number. You should know what I'm talking about there, because when I did the breaking this down situation, I showed you any number you could pick for those sides, but 1's the smartest and easiest. I don't care which one you look at. There's 45. The sine of 45, another random color change from Mr. Samuelis. 1 is the opposite side. It's also the adjacent. And then the hypotenuse is root 2. And then I think we've seen this rationalization. And I force people to answer those questions today. Or maybe not. I'm thinking of my cat students. Meow. Cosine of 45. Same thing occurs. You get 1 over root 2 because the adjacent and opposite sides are equal. And then you should know that that ends up being root 2 over 2 through rationalizing. And then the tan of 45 is 1. 1 over 1. And I don't have to write that as a fraction. I know opposite over adjacent's 1 over 1, which is 1. So you have to come up with the triangle because of your knowledge of a 30, 60, 90, and a 45, 45, 90. Then you can proceed on do tan. Alrighty then. You find that shutting her down thing?